Hey, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another Lives and Lessons Learned of 100 Christians. Today, we're doing a lady named Asia Bibi. She is a Pakistani Christian woman whose story has been a global symbol of religious persecution, resilience, and the fight against unjust laws. Born around 1971 in a rural village in Pakistan, she grew up in a Catholic family as one of the few Christians in a predominantly Muslim country. Christians in Pakistan, making up less than 2% of the population, often face systemic discrimination, relegated to low-wage jobs like farm labor or sanitation or bricklaying. She worked as a farmland in the farm as a farmhand. Let me just do it with the glasses. Harvesting crops to support her family. She married Ashik Mashur, a bricklayer, and together they had 5 daughters. Her family lived simply, but neighbors frequently pressured her to convert to Islam. The incident and her arrest. Her life unraveled on a sweltering day in June 2009 while picking berries in a field with Muslim co-workers. She fetched water from a nearby well and drank from a shared metal cup. A co-worker who had a prior feud with the family over property damage, accused her of defiling the water because she was a Christian and thus unclean in their view, a notion rooted in cultural caste-like prejudices. When Asia was pressured to convert to Islam and derogatory remarks were made about Jesus Christ, she defended her faith, reportedly asking why she should convert when Jesus died for humanity's sin, and questioning Muhammad's role in salvation. This sparked outrage. A mob gathered, beat her and her family, and police arrested her for insulting the Prophet Muhammad, a charge often weaponized for personal vendettas. She denied the blasphemy, insisting it was a false accusation to settle again old scores that this lady had with her family. She spent over a year in a pre-trial detention, isolated and facing mob threats, amplified through mosque loudspeakers. A trial and a sentence. On November 2010, a court sentenced her to death by hanging and a fine, making her the first woman in Pakistan condemned under blasphemy laws. The courtroom erupted in cheers of "Kill her" and "Allah Akbar" as she was dragged away in tears. Appeals dragged on for 8 years. The High Court upheld the sentence in 2014, but the Supreme Court suspended it in 2015 amid international pressure. Delays were rampant. One judge resigned in 2016 rather than hear the case. Her lawyer risked his life defending her. He let her fled to Europe after threats. Her imprisonment was grueling: solitary confinement in an 8-foot by 10-foot cell without windows, frail health from malnutrition, abuse from guards and inmates chanting for her death, the separation from her children who faced death threats and went into hiding. No one has ever been executed for blasphemy in Pakistan, but over 60 extrajudicial killings have occurred, often by mobs. Acquittal and the chaotic release. On October 31st, 2018, the Supreme Court acquitted her, ruling the evidence is contradictory and motivated by malice, violating even Islamic covenants protecting Christians. Chief Justice declared her free, but freedom was bittersweet. An Islamist group unleashed nationwide riots, blocking highways, shutting schools, and demanding her execution and the judge's beheading. Great. The government capitulated, promising a new verdict review. Criticized as painful by her lawyer, she remained in protective custody until May 8, 2019, when Canada granted asylum. Reunited with her family, who arrived earlier, she settled in an undisclosed location after claiming asylum in France in 2020 for added security. Post-release life now. In her early 50s, she quietly lives in exile, adopting a new culture while missing Pakistan's 4 seasons, my culture, and my food. All right, lessons we can learn from this woman. Faith as a source of unbreakable resilience. Amid isolation and death threats, as she credits her Christian belief for survival. God is with you in the exact way he was with me. She prayed daily, drawing strength from Jesus' sacrifice, turning prison into a space for spiritual growth. The dangers of weaponized laws, obviously, no need to talk about that one. Obviously, she's just facing persecution in a Muslim country. Forgiveness amid injustice. Despite beatings, assassinations in her name, and exile, she forgave her accusers. I forgive all of those who harmed me. This echoes her faith's call to love enemies, modeling reconciliation over retaliation. The cost of speaking truth. Supporters like these two supporters, I can't pronounce the name, paid with their lives, showing how defending the vulnerable invites extremism. Yet their sacrifices amplified her voice, Asia's voice, proving one person's stand can spark global change. Global solidarity's role in justice. Petitions, papal appeals, and asylum offers from Canada and France pressured Pakistan, leading to her release. It teaches that international advocacy can counter local intolerance, but states must protect minorities without capitulating to the mobs. Her journey from a simple farm worker to an international icon reminds us that ordinary lives can expose systemic evils. Her unyielding faith and forgiveness challenges us to confront intolerance wherever it festers. As she wrote, you are as far from understanding my day-to-day existence. That is why I tell you everything. All right. Thanks so much. Take care. Oh, that explains the intolerance that people don't know each other's story. I think that's the point. I skipped a line. I shouldn't. All right. Thanks so much. Take care. God bless. Bye.